Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS. Oh my gosh, Travis had a friend who was celebrating his 50th birthday. We were supposed to go to Oregon, and then he decided he would just come here. When I say I've never been so tired in my life, like I know I'm a fun girl, but I'm like a once a week go out and have fun type girly.
She is a busy little bee.
This was like 4 days. When I say there was not one day the past 4 days, including yesterday, which was a Monday, where I was not doing something to celebrate. Like we had multiple dinners. We went out. You went out with us. We had like a black tie ball. Big brother, big sister. Travis is like, listen, I already have this paid for and we have to go to this. So he had this guy go for his birthday. I was like, he hates you right now. Like a charity event.
Well, and she wanted to go out afterwards. And I was like, okay. And after like an hour, I was like, I can't hang with y'all. Y'all are too fun for me. I have to go to bed.
I mean, it was a lot. We left shortly after you, but also I had a sinus infection. Like it was the worst time to have to be like really on. I had a sinus infection all weekend. Before everyone even got here, like the day before, I was feeling horrible. So we have like Blue Cross Blue Shield, not like you care, but if you do, that's what we have for insurance. And they have this thing where you can do like a telehealth visit, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I know I have this sinus infection. I know it's going to get out of hand. Happens every year when the weather changes. So I get online, Travis is home and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I am going to get on here and get like a telehealth visit to see if this doctor will get me like a Z-Pack or something just to knock it out real quick. So I get online, do everything, and they say that 10 minutes or less for this doctor to see you via Zoom. And you could have a phone call or you could see, I like to look my doctor eye to eye whenever, so he knows I am in dire need. And so sitting there with my phone, 30 minutes later, the doctor has not shown up, right? And I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I've never had this experience before. I couldn't like log off and try a different doctor. Like I was stuck with this one. So finally Travis gets in and I'm frazzled and I'm like, listen, give me your phone because I'm going to do a telehealth conference for you with a doctor and I'm going to give you all of my symptoms. We share the same insurance and then I'm going to need you to pretend like you have a sinus infection so we can get medicine so I can make it through the weekend. So that's what we did. And he was literally sitting there and the doctor was like, what's wrong with you? And then I'm like, I wrote down like sore throat, stuffy nose, throat hurts, like my ears were hurting. I like wrote down everything. And the guy was like, oh, how long has it been going on? Travis says 2 days, right? Which I'm like, okay, that's part of our plan. That's the truth. And then the guy's like, oh, is it that bad? It was bad. I felt horrible. And Travis like, no, I'm kind of in the very beginning stages. So instead of getting a Z-Pack, I get this like cough medicine that you gurgle that like makes your, like numbs your throat. I was like, this is pointless. But I'm feeling better. Went to the Cowboy game, went to multiple dinners, went to watch another, I don't even know who we watched because it was like at this big screen thing. And
oh yeah, how was that?
It was not what I expected. I was expecting that like the Sphere in Vegas type thing. It's huge. It's like, if you get motion sickness at all, it was a lot for me. And one of the other girls that were with us, like it was good. I mean, I see the value in it, but I'm ready to go back to the gym. I ate crap all weekend. Like I did not put makeup on today. This is what I normally look like. If you're like, wow, you're naturally so beautiful. That's true. Jesus, just kidding. But so that was my weekend.
You know what? We were at this charity event and Stephanie sat down and she ate her whole salad and I looked at her and I said, wow, do you want to lick the plate? And she slowly turned her head and said, well, if I had eaten all those appetizers, I wouldn't have eaten my whole salad.
I said, if I had eaten all the appetizers like you did, they came by with a little trays and Trey ate, I'm not joking. There was one like ahi tuna appetizer.
It was so good.
And every time this person would walk by, he'd be like, oh, I want to try that. I'm like, you've tried that 20 times now.
Well, yeah, I had hadn't seen it before.
He kept acting like it was a new thing that he was just trying. So whenever he made fun of me for eating my very small salad, I was like, well, some of us didn't eat 25 appetizers.
Yeah, and she goes, understand? Do you get it? I was like,
he shut up real quick. I was like, do not come for me. I am sick. and I am rallying, and I deserve the salad.
Yeah, you know, the fun thing about Stephanie is she won't tell you that she's like sick until after she's not sick. Like she'll be like, yeah, I was like really contagious last weekend when we were like hanging out. I'm like, oh great, that's fun. Or me, I guess, later.
You're gonna totally get it. I really think it is every year, because Dallas, the weather's super weird. It'll be like 100 degrees, and then it'll be like 60 degrees. And every time there's like a big shift in the weather, something comes up that I'm highly allergic to. And I'm neti potting my life away right now. I am neti potting my life away. But I did get my hair and makeup done for not the charity event, but the next day. What did I get my hair and makeup for? Oh, we had family pictures. Oh my God. On top of having a sinus infection and the busiest weekend of my life celebrating this 50th birthday, I also threw in family holiday photos, right? So they were supposed to be like during school week, and then Travis was like, no, because Chance may not get to play football. God forbid he miss a game. So Travis called our photographer and had it for Sunday. And so yeah, I had on top of that family pictures, and then I had to figure out what my kids were going to wear. I had a full weekend. I don't know what these family pictures are going to look like, but I got my hair and makeup done. And
I'm just proud of you for getting them done so early.
Yeah, it was every year I go to the same place for the kids, Vineyard Vines or whatever that thing is called, because they have great like casual like sweaters and things. It's easy. Bought my kids that. We wore a lot of neutrals. I don't know why. I think I was like, honestly, like a lot of like tans. And then in blues, I like blues, so I always do blues.
What'd you wear?
I have this really cute, I hope it translates cute on photos. It may or may not, but we'll see. The photographer's good. She'll make it happen. But it's this like pantsuit. It's this like tan, really cute, like button pantsuit with this belt that's Fendi that Travis got me for my birthday whenever we were out of the country. It's super cute. I haven't worn it yet. And I was like, this is my time to shine.
For Jesus.
And then the other picture, I wore these white denim jeans, and then I wore this like really cute like tan cardigan. Like it was cute. And then the kids wore blue, and then the other one, Chance had like, we all like, Travis wore like a beige jacket. I had this little like cardigan on. Chance had like this tan sweater with like this royal blue like detail on the neckline. And then Cruz comes up, because they change in the car right down the street from our house, my kids are. So Cruz pops up. We're all wearing tan. And Cruz is in navy, and he was so pissed. He's like, why is everyone in tan and I am in blue? I'm like, because we don't like you as much. So you're like, that's why. Get over there and smile. I was like, you're breaking up the beige. So anyways, it was good. So I'll post them. You'll see. But just know, if they're not fabulous, I was sick as a dog. So
Zach and I went to Mexico last week just to like get away for a few days. Have you ever stayed on Isla Mujeres, the island, like right off Cancun?
What's the hotel? I know more about the
it's like an island. There's like a few hotels.
I don't know if I wait, outside of, no, the only place I've stayed at in Cancun would be that place that we're going to for your birthday.
Okay. So we went to there's an island like right off of Cancun that a lot of people take like catamarans over there, and like you go for the day. There's a bunch of fun restaurants, and I was like, I want to stay on this island. And it's kind of expensive to stay on the island, if I'm just being honest with you. But Zach had a lot of Marriott points, and I am always looking to get my grubby little hands on his points because he hoards them like he's going to save the world with them one day. When I tell you that man has like 30,000 Chick-fil-A points, and the number of times I have like woken up at 3 a.m. and like gotten all down on all fours and army crawled on the other side of the bed, try to grab his phone and transfer his Chick-fil-A points to my phone.
Wait, what do you get for Chick-fil-A points? I don't even know.
Free sandwiches.
Oh,
free things.
Yeah,
yes.
And you love to eat.
I just love a good deal. I love free things. And he has all these points that he never uses and just acts like it's his savings account. So I always try to go and like steal his points. And then he'll wake up at 3 a.m. and he'll see me trying to, take things out of his Chick-fil-A account, and then he takes his phone. It's a horrible time for me. So anyways, I was like, I want to use his Marriott points. So I found this hotel. We went. Honestly, I couldn't complain about it because I'm the one that planned it. I'm the one that booked it, and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't my favorite because the islands are just kind of sleepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this whole thing kind of shuts down at 5 and there's nothing to do.
Wait, was it where you guys are like, you have like little huts like over the water? Or was it that type
No,
of
it was
place?
like a regular like resort. It was a smaller resort, which also like I think you would have liked this. I was like, I'm bored because I think they had like 100 rooms, maybe max. There were probably more staff members than guests at the hotel. I think there were maybe 50 people.
But you know why? Because it's kind of downtime in Mexico. Maybe
Well, it's also so it's hurricane season. So apparently, this hurricane that hit Jamaica was supposed to be coming towards Mexico, and Zach didn't tell me this until we got there, that like the day before he was like, we might cancel because he was like, I'm not going to get stuck in another hurricane. We were in the Dominican last year when a hurricane hit. It was a category 4, and the one that hit Jamaica was like a category 5. So it was, it was a big hurricane that was coming our way. And I think we knew there was like a chance, but it was like a category 2 whenever we left. And we tried to, this is why I feel for the people that were in Jamaica, because we knew it was coming and we're like, okay, we're going to go home a few days early. So we looked at booking just like a one-way flight back because we couldn't change our flight for some reason. And a one-way flight from the Dominican to Miami, I don't think it was even to Dallas, was $4,000
oh my gosh. No.
For one coach seat across the ocean. I was like, we're just going to wait it out. Like,
so you stayed with the hurricane.
It ended up not being... Like it ended up like missing whatever. I don't know. It ended up not being terrible. But all those people that were trapped in Jamaica, they like closed the airport down 2 days before they couldn't get out. There was some girl that was on Real Houses of Potomac that was there. I was following, and I know a lot of people on TikTok were following too. There was a yoga retreat that went to Jamaica. And they rented this house and they were doing this retreat and they were able to get most of the people, I think it was actually all the guests that came for the retreat, they were able to get them flights out. But the 2 girls that organized it were not able to get out and they stayed with the house staff. I need to check on them. I don't know if they posted a video in a minute, but a lot of people had to ride this thing out.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And people were upset on TikTok. They were like, why are they closing the airports 2 days before the hurricane's coming? Like, get people out. Well, a local was like, because we have to board up our houses too. Like, which it makes sense.
Yeah, they are taking care of their
They weren't
stuff.
really concerned about you.
I do love a boutique hotel. Like, I love it. There's something about it. I love how my favorite places that Travis and I have stayed in have always been more boutique-y. I don't love like the big, all you can eat, all you can drink type places. I like a boutique hotel. I like good drinks, great pool, great atmosphere. Like I enjoy that much more. But also I think you can just connect with your person a little. Like it's like I don't know. I feel like we always connect more if we're like at.
There's not a bunch of distractions around.
Yeah, like if not, like I'm past the age, and so is Travis, where you go to the Hard Rock Hotel in Mexico or whatever, and they're having a foam party with like 55 million 20-year-olds. Like that's not my vibe anymore. And I don't know if it ever really was. Like I never was like, wow, I'm so happy to be here in this shithole, drinking Kool-Aid and vodka. I've never really loved that. Yeah, like I've never loved like, feeling like crap the next day and the frat party vibes. But I do love a boutique hotel. And the one we're staying at for your birthday, I'm super excited about because I love that. I love that hotel. I love that hotel. The best hotel I've stayed in for people that just want to blow some money out of their booty holes is there's a hotel. It's I think it's Almangiri in Utah. I went for my 40th birthday because it was during COVID and nothing was really open. So it was kind of at the at the end where people were finally getting out of their house. But I didn't do a party with people because we were still at like the COVID era. So Travis and I went to Almangiri, which is very, very small, not many rooms. And it was one of my favorite trips. Like we had so much fun, but it was really secluded, but it was perfect for that time in the world. My husband, I don't think he would have loved that for a big birthday because he likes to be surrounded by a million strangers, but I loved it. I loved it.
So we got back from Mexico and it was gorgeous. They're like 80 in the day. It wasn't too hot. Got back here. It's freezing.
Yeah, it's been special. It has been really special. Okay, so Trey and I, we travel like in 2 weeks.
Oh, yes.
I'm a little concerned.
For what?
Because I have seen
I am too.
Horrible lines. If this government shutdown isn't done, I have seen so many horrible lines on TikTok I am not going to get to DFW 4 hours early.
Did you see the Houston airport yesterday on Dallas, Texas TV?
Yes.
The TSA line was like out the building in like the drop-off line. No.
It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do this.
Let's check DFW TSA lines right now.
Can you see right now? You can see it online. Oh my gosh.
DFW TSA. You didn't know that?
So Travis is traveling at the same time, but going to like a business thing. And I was like, we're like going to be, it's kind of perfect because my mom's coming in. So we'll be like kind of leaving and coming back at the same time. My mom's going with the kids, but I told him, I was like, I'm actually really concerned about traveling with with these lines and everything going on. It's crazy. But I did see where it was like 4 hours in Houston. I don't know what it is in Dallas, but I did drop him off like 2 weeks, like maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks ago for a trip that he had to take, a business trip. And when I say it took me an hour to get out of DFW, like for the drop-off area, it was like B. They were under construction or something was happening. It was horrible.
So TSA right now at DFW, and just this is in the moment. There are 3 checkpoints that are closed.
Great.
2 of them have between an 11 and a 20-minute wait, which really means like 30 to 40.
Okay, I can do that.
And then 3 of them have over 20 minutes, which is a lot. But pre-check, shout out to us, we're 10 minutes or less.
Thankfully, I got my pre-check.
I feel like it's not even worth it these days because I feel like everybody has pre-check. Sometimes it's longer.
Yeah.
When we landed back from Mexico, our pilot said, hey, I got us here a few minutes early and we got in a gate. So don't dilly-dally because there is a plane behind us that's landing from London that has 240 people. And we got 3 people at the passport station. So like, go.
Get in.
And people were like, got it. And of like the, 25, 30 stations they have at customs, 3 of them were open. So that'll be fun. I have some friends right now that are in New York and they booked a JSX flight back because they were like not even dealing with LaGuardia.
Well, I was just thinking I'm staying here for Thanksgiving because Chance has football. So it really makes it to where we don't travel. But I was thinking about like, if everything isn't normal by Thanksgiving, can you imagine the insanity? Because everybody travels for Thanksgiving. I feel like everybody's going to see their family and going. I mean, a nightmare on Elm Street. Like Travis is supposed to travel this weekend. I don't know if he's going to anymore because he's like, I'm nervous about getting there and getting home. Just with these
even
lines.
TSA aside, like we've had ground stops at DFW every day because they don't have enough air traffic controllers, which is the most concerning part. Like, that's a very important job.
Yeah.
I just don't get how Congress is still getting paid, but the air traffic controllers aren't. Like, I feel like we should reprioritize the budget, but that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So anyway, but
I did listen to on the plane. Did you listen to Andy Cohen's Call Her Daddy episode?
No, and you told me to. Trey, I've been so I mean, you have no idea. Like I feel like I am back in college where I am partying every waking minute, like celebrating and having things to do. And then when I'm not partying, I'm taking a 2-hour nap. Like that's my life. Like I literally take naps and go. Take naps and go.
It was a long episode. It's almost 2 hours long. But it was very good. I was cautiously optimistic as to how he would be as a guest. And he kind of started the episode and she called him out for it by like asking her questions. She was like, this is my interview, not yours.
Yeah.
Which I could see how that would be.
Because he's used to being like in control. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a very interesting episode that kind of went more into how he became Andy Cohen, which is interesting. He talked about like his dating life and how he is really happy just being a single dad to 2 and how he doesn't feel like he's missing anything. And he talked about housewives quite a bit. And she asked him, she said, what was the most like, of anyone like you've gotten rid of on Housewives, what was the most like chaotic moment at the network? And he said that when they switched over Roni, that was a big like controversial thing within their 4 walls of Bravo. But he said season 4, when they got rid of Jill, Heather, whoever that cast was, when they completely shook up Roni, that was a big moment. It was just very interesting. He said he also doesn't have the control over casting that you might think he does.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That there are like bigger network decisions that are made. I did see, he didn't talk about this, but I did see a photo of Stassi and Katie filming Stassi's new show recently.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
She's filming a show for Hulu called Stassi Says. Also, the new Vanderpump trailer's out. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it delivers.
It looks good because it's a all new cast. Or
Whole new
telling
cast.
you, I just don't. I'm like so all over the place.
Yeah, it's an all new cast.
I don't think that's a bad thing because they kind of grew out of.
I don't think it's a bad thing either. And I get we ran our course.
Yeah.
With that cast, and you want to keep it fresh, but like, meh.
But they were good TV.
They were good TV.
They were really good.
So
TV.
put them somewhere on my TV. Mm-hmm. Just. Yeah.
They'll be at the Valley. They'll be in the Valley. That's where they're going to throw them.
I'm going to ask, but I know the answer.
Right.
Have you watched Salt Lake City?
No.
If there is one show that everyone in the world needs to watch right now, it is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That show delivers time and time again, and I really didn't think they could do it. And they do. Again and again and again. Oh, I'm dying over here. You gave me something.
No, I swear. You could not catch a sinus infection.
I caught it from over here.
You could not.
So this is a familiar theme right now in housewives that are airing on Bravo, or the franchises that are airing, and it is the cast trying to control the narrative.
Yes, then it always turns bad because it's very inauthentic.
Which, do you feel like there was anyone in your cast that tried to control the narrative?
I think there were people on our cast that tried to have other people come in like out of nowhere that were not, and would like say things and draw, and I'm like, do your own minions. Dirty work. Don't have a minion come and do it for you. That's ridiculous. Like if you want to create lies or manipulate or spread whatever, like do it yourself. Don't hide behind somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I guess it's kind of the same thing here. Who do you feel like was most guilty of that?
Oh, I'm not getting into this because I don't talk to really anybody, and I do not want to. I want them to leave me alone. Do you feel like
everyone was guilty of it?
No, I think there was one person.
Yeah.
He was really bad about it, but I'm sure the audience knows I don't need to say names.
Carnival took her back. But in Orange County, Tamra had this, and I did we talk about this last week?
You said a few weeks ago that you knew the ending of Orange County or something like that.
But we haven't discussed
happening, this. But this was like before I think a lot of stuff even happened. But this was like a good 3 weeks ago, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So Tamra had these screenshots of
on the show. Like she had screenshots of
Instagram posts that Gretchen had liked that were homophobic or transphobic or all this stuff.
What did they say? I mean, like were they really didn't show like what they
No. Okay. I mean they showed like a pick stitch photo of like what it was.
Okay.
And I think these have been on Twitter for like years, but they didn't really go into it. So Tamra has these photos and she tells Gina and some other people like, hey, I'm concerned about this and I want to bring this up. And Gina's like, well, I'm going to bring this up tomorrow. And Tamra said, no, let's wait. So she tells her on camera. Yes. And then she says, let's wait. And she said she's had these for months. And
so either then at that point it would be like an audience, like a fan that took screenshots years ago. Don't you? And that surprises me because was it ever a big thing
previously?
Because I would think it would be a big thing previously if that.
So these
people would pick up. You know what I'm saying? If somebody did that, it would be a huge thing. Yeah.
And this is, I think these have been on Twitter for a while or something. It's nothing new. It's not like it happened that month and whatever. So she's had this.
And she was sent it.
And she said that she's had this for months.
Okay. But they were years old.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you.
And so she waits. This is actually smart. She waits until the finale dinner to drop this on the table.
Ooh, okay.
And is asking Gretchen to... I don't even really know what she's asking Gretchen to do. Like, explain herself, but she's really not. And Gretchen is very calmly just like, I don't know. Like maybe I was scrolling and liked something I didn't know I liked. Like, I don't know. And she has people that like run her social media. It's not just like, it's kind of weird. But it was like 2 posts. And so they're really all trying to nail her for this. What I was more disturbed by was, I don't like feeling as an audience member, and we'll toss the same narrative over to Salt Lake City. I don't like feeling as an audience member like I am being used to get someone off the show. Because that's what it felt like. Tamara saving this for the very last moment felt like I, as an audience member, am being used. But it also felt like...
Like, you mean like you as in like the gay community, a part of the gay community?
No, not
or
even
like
that
as
part.
An audience
just
member?
as an audience member, Tamara's trying to get me all riled up at the last moment to hate Gretchen when Gretchen can't defend herself to get her off the show. But the second fold of that is, I don't like feeling like the gay community is trying to be activated by Tamara to go after her for these things. We have had Gretchen on our podcast
and
before.
Tamara, honestly, I like both of them so much. Like, this is really hard.
But Gretchen has never been anything but
She
kind.
was great. She was a great,
and she is a
She was
huge
lovely.
ally of the LGBTQ community. So this was just very weird. I don't like feeling, though, like our community is being weaponized against someone, especially when you've held on to this for months. I would have more respect for Tamara if she said, I'm not going to film with Gretchen because she feels this way. But also, and let me just put this out there, if, and I don't think she is, Gretchen is homophobic, that is her prerogative. That is her opinion. She is allowed to have an opinion. Why are we as the audience telling her what she is allowed to believe and not believe? Like, that to me is also confusing. If someone doesn't like who I sleep next to at night, doesn't change who I sleep next to at night. Okay. I don't know the bitch. Like, what do you, that doesn't affect me. But when it feels like it's being weaponized and I'm supposed to be activated because it doesn't feel genuine. And I think that was very clear with the audience's reaction to Orange County. And I'm excited to watch this reunion.
The general consensus was people did not like that it happened that way?
Yes. It was very clear that Tamara used this as her takedown, that she was holding this card for this moment, for this specific reason. That doesn't feel real. That doesn't feel like reality to me. Because if I was in Tamara's shoes, I would have brought this up like day one. But instead, it was her nuclear bomb that she was waiting so that Gretchen wouldn't come back and Tamara can continue doing as she pleases. Same thing is happening though in Salt Lake City. There are these news articles that are coming out about Bronwyn not paying her rent when she was like 19
Bronwyn,
years
the
old.
one that wears like all that expensive
all the
couture?
stuff.
Okay.
She like missed a rent payment when she was 19 years old because she ran out to California to have a child. Honestly,
19 years old, you're
don't care.
Yeah, like who cares about that? Yeah, I agree.
And then there's some other case that she was tied to that she wasn't involved in, but her name was mentioned in, that was sealed, that gets somehow leaked to like the Salt Lake Tribune or something like that. And the girls bring it up. And so this gets brought up on this yacht trip that they're on. And immediately Lisa loses her mind and is like, I did not leak that.
Oh.
And everyone's like, no one said you did yet, but you just implicated yourself. So it feels, it's not fun to watch these shows when you feel like as an audience member, you are being used because these cast members are trying to make very specific plays.
Or like they're trying to like get somebody off.
They're trying to take someone down and they want you as an audience member to be mad at them so that follows their agenda. It doesn't feel fun.
Yeah. Well, I get that. I think it just becomes a little too dark and a little too much. Yeah. So what happened with the Gretchen stuff if she's like, I did not do I feel like that's a very easily verifiable thing to find those. And
right. Gretchen was very calm and she was like, I'm not upset about this. And Tamara was like, if I were you, I would be in tears right now. Like so upset that anyone would ever think that I would think these things. And she's like, well, I'm not because I'm not.
Yeah.
And Heather kind of loses her mind, which I was like, calm down, Heather. Like she has, I think her daughter is a part of the LGBTQ community. So she was like just off the rails. And it was like, simmer. Also, what is Gretchen supposed to do in that moment? Like if she's saying, I am not homophobic, what is she supposed to make out with a girl? Like, what are we supposed to do to like
I think they were looking for her to own it and apologize.
And then they didn't let her in the van to leave the restaurant.
Shut up.
Because they were like, you take that van,
I
the production van.
I need to watch this.
It was very odd. So I'm excited to see the reunion.
You know what? That is also probably not what you think. That is probably production doing that, because that has happened on our show before where we're all supposed to leave and then they have somebody else take a separate vehicle. And the only reason they do is so the rest of us can talk about that person.
Well,
you know?
no, it was very much like she was trying to get in the car, and all the girls were like, "Don't get in our car, go somewhere else."
Oh
like,
shoot! Okay, so it wasn't.
It was very mean girl. Like, it was just odd.
I need to watch this. I really do, because I feel very torn without watching it.
And I have not watched OC all year long. I watched this one episode, and I will watch the reunion, and I think it's going to play out the way that I was told it's going to play out.
So you alluded a long time ago that a producer that you know from Orange County told you like what happened.
Yeah. This is how it played out.
Okay.
So this
is what
is
they told you.
So far it's accurate. And Gretchen is obviously very focused on clearing her name in this situation.
I would be like, listen, if I did not do something, I would be like, no amount of money is going to stop me from figuring this out.
No, and I do think this will be the takedown of Tammy Sue.
Wait, so in what way? So what did you hear, Trey?
There is a lot of evidence that points towards this all came from Tamra, and this all stemmed from... I don't know that Tamra will be able to wiggle her way out of this.
Really? Mm-hmm. That makes me so sad, because I feel like she's great on, like she's just been on Orange County forever.
She is, but even Jennifer Lawrence was on a red carpet the other day and was promoting a movie, and she randomly brought up Orange County, and she was like, I think Tamra did it. Which I love that she's using her moment to promote her movie to condemn Tamra Judge. Wow. That really makes me happy.
So you I need to watch this. So you feel like as watching it, you agree with her. You feel like Tamra did it because she doesn't like Gretchen.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is,
but it's if you've watched nothing this season, it's worth watching the finale of Orange County, and it's worth, honestly, just start back episode 1, season 1 of Salt Lake and go from there if you have never seen that. But Salt Lake is very good this year, and I'm very excited to see how this yacht trip wraps up this week. Yeah. Lots going on in my world, obviously.
Here's the deal, and I love that Bronwyn did not give it the time of day whenever people are coming for you, because here's the deal. Like, if you are authentic and you're living an authentic life, nothing anybody says about you that's untruthful is going to penetrate, because you're like what you're saying is false. I have nothing to prove. Therefore, no,
it was like, there's no, I can't give you something because I don't feel that way. So I don't know how to wiggle myself out of this. Bronwyn was late to the trip because of these news articles. And it was mostly because her husband was like, why are you going to go film this show with these people that are trying to do this to you? Like, that makes total sense. Bronwyn, though, she's a good housewife, because she did not fight the fight. She let Lisa dig her hole, and then she let everyone else go after Lisa for it. And Bronwyn was like, I'm just going to sit here in my Moschino dress and I'm going to eat my salad.
Good for her. Also, what kills me with a lot of shows is people are literally fighting over, especially like financial things. Like, people are fighting over that kind of stuff. And I'm like,
I've watched I think the last 2 weeks of Salt Lake City. I'm watching this and I'm like, if I was in their shoes and someone was like, I heard that you didn't pay rent when you were 19 years old, I'd be like, okay. The amount of things I'd just be like, I don't give a shit. Like, what?
Especially when you're in your, how old is she? 40s?
In her 40s, yes.
Who cares?
I can't believe you would do that. Okay, well, I guess it happened. I don't know what to say. You know who I think is the pettiest bitch on TV right now, though?
Who?
Is Kris Jenner. Because last week on The Kardashians, she had this going away dinner for the house that her and Caitlyn bought for the family, season 3 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the iconic checkered entryway,
the black and white everywhere. Yes. I remember whenever they did a tour of that house that season, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful.
And honestly, I still love that house. I feel like we all grew up in that house.
It's so good.
It's like the Full House house. It's I don't know why she got rid of it, but
how is her new house? I have not watched that. I mean,
not as great as the old one. I think the old one will forever be Kris Jenner.
Amazing, yeah.
But So Chris, fresh out of a facelift, graciously, the way that she, produced this episode, invited Caitlin to come.
I love it. Okay.
To this farewell dinner. And when I tell you, Caitlin has not had a facelift. She gave Caitlin like an hour notice, called her and was like, hey, we're filming this thing. We've got this dinner. I'm going to throw you 10 grand, I'm assuming. Come over, film this with us.
Much more than 10 grand.
It looked like she was at the grocery store and rushed over. She was wearing this like something that looks like it came straight out of Ann Taylor. Not, nothing wrong with Ann Taylor, but this was like, it was blousy. It was the jeans. Her hokas were still on. It seemed like it was nice, but I was like, oh no, this is your like gotcha moment.
Oh my God.
Because she looked snatched and Caitlin looked, you got to watch it.
I want to watch it just to see that facelift because I would like for everyone to know I called who the surgeon was right away before it even came out. I said, it's Dr. Stephen Levine in New York City. I knew exactly who it was immediately.
Is that confirmed?
Yes. Yeah. She actually came on and said it. Immediately, I knew who it was because I do my homework.
Is that who Lindsay Lohan used?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. So people are saying that's who did a lot of people's, but yes, it was confirmed. I mean, who else? Supposedly, he also did
Madonna? Donatella Versace.
I think he did. I think maybe
her.
Donatella, but I also have heard Brad Pitt as well. And Brad Pitt has a beautiful facelift. Exactly. The fact that you didn't know means his facelift is beautiful.
Interesting.
But yeah. Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to use him, but I may use him when I get older. Yeah. Not for a while. I feel like I'm not facelift ready yet.
No.
But Trey will let me know because he's that kind of friend.
I feel like you've got a while before you need a facelift, like a good 20 years.
Oh, heck no. I'm not going to wait till I'm that. Trey, I'll be like 65. No, I'll get one before then.
We were at this charity event and she was talking about how she's been working out and this woman's ripped.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
she got arms, people.
Not to brag, but sharing is caring. Okay, so I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. I started doing, her name's Caroline Girvan, Girvan. Look her up and go on YouTube, look her up. And she has all these different workout series. And I am on my 3rd round of the Iron series. I do this from my house. I started doing it at the at Equinox just to, have people around me. I'm sure they're like, what is this girl doing watching her TV, watching her phone? And like, it's 35 minute workouts. I do no cardio. I used to walk like almost 2 hours a day, 0 cardio. I am in the best shape of my life. I mean, maybe not like when Cruz was little, I ran like 9 miles a day and I was in great shape then, but I'm in, I feel like it has made the biggest difference. My metabolism is through the roof. I'm literally not even really watching what I'm eating. I'm just like, anyways, it's the craziest thing. And there's no commercials. It's free. And it's the Iron series. Anybody can do it. Like you start out using lighter weight. Then I was using like 10 pound dumbbells. And now like for leg weights, I'm using like 35, 40 pounds. Like
what?
Wait. Yeah.
Oh, on your legs?
Yeah. Like I can do I'll do like hip thrusts with like, 40, 45 pounds. Yeah. So yeah, I'm telling you, I'm like She-Ra now. But such a difference. And this is my 3rd time doing it. She has other things, but Iron Series, it'll blow your mind. So I used to go to One LeGray a long time ago, like a few years ago. I hadn't been in a while, but I've been doing this Caroline Girvan and I'm like, I feel like I am in really, like, I just feel like I could handle one. I just want to see how good I can do on it. Right. So I go without going.
One is hard.
It's so, yeah, we used to go, like you're shaking it so hard, right? Like it used to kill me. So I go without going for a good 2 years, take a class, sign up. And by the way, I am in the beginning stages of my sickness too. Because I was like, I don't feel 100%, but I'm going to go. When I say I was probably one of the best people in that whole class, and I had not gone in 2 years just for the pure fact that I've been doing that Caroline Girvan because my muscles, like I did not feel
just like light work.
I didn't feel like I was dying, and usually I am dying. The only thing I hate is like whenever you're on your wrist, like my wrists start hurting. But other than that, easy peasy. Like it was not bad, and it's never that way.
And I am back on Ozempic.
That's a story of our life. I told him, I said, do these little workouts. It'll change. But yeah, Travis is like, even Travis is like, Stephanie, I don't know what, I'm like, Caroline Gervin, I swear to you, free YouTube, do it at home, get 2 different size dumbbells, and you will have the best shape of your life. Best body ever.
Well, on that note.
Yep.
That's all we got.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS a Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at We Could Also BS.
Bye. Yay Media Group.